This video falls under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Thank you. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Pixie Love. You guys can call me Pixie. And today we're doing some more fat acceptance TikToks. It's a continuation of the last video I was watching. I don't think I actually tagged it or put in the description. I'll try to put in the description this time. But I only did a couple of the videos and now I want to do the rest. Alright. Fair warning, I might be a little bit bitchier today because I'm getting off an 8-hour shift of working retail. And yeah, I've been dealing with humans all day, so I might just be even more bitchier than normal. All right, but that doesn't matter. We're gonna redo this. We're gonna have fun, and yeah.
What's something you'll get a lot of hate for if you say it out loud?
That mental illnesses, eating disorders, body dysmorphia, and being neurodivergent are not excuses to be fatphobic.
What? Okay. Hold like the whole phone. Who the fuck? You're a sensitive ass bitch. Because like, you just, oh my god, I can't. I just don't know what to say to this because it's pure stupidity. No one is saying that those are a reason to be fat phobic. No one's using them as an excuse. And like, and you know what? I think people are, but like fat phobia isn't a thing. Sorry, not sorry. Oops. Like, I think that's what it is. Like, this, what you just said is so stupid because fat phobia isn't a thing. And you just assume that if someone has an eating disorder, they're fat phobic. So, like, it's like a double-edged sword for you. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. Like, I don't know what to say to this. I literally don't know what I can add to this. Like,
Unlearning fatphobia is a part of eating disorder recovery, and it helps with body dysmorphia because it breaks down why you think that way. Using fat as a negative is fatphobic.
I don't like her face. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what it is about her. I'm just, like, not liking her face. She seems smug and it's very punchable. But I won't do that because I'm an adult and I don't punch random people, okay? But I don't like her face. I find her annoying. It's just like, I can understand why people fall into this trap. What she's saying seems like it kind of makes sense until you realize that fat phobia isn't a real thing. And not in the way that they put it. Like, it's so frustrating because I tied the ideas, like when I think of fat phobia and how these people view it, I think it's very similar to how racism is to people of color and how homophobia is, because that's how they try to align themselves, right? And it's like, even then, if I'm someone who's like, if I say I don't want to be gay, that doesn't make me homophobic. I'm not gay. I'm not sexually attracted to women. Okay, that's a lie. I mean, like, I'm not fully, women are attractive. I mean, yes. But okay, I'm a bad example. But if someone, a straight person is just like, I'm not gay. That's not homophobia because that person is straight. They're not gay. So this person, this person is like, oh, if someone has an eating disorder because they don't want, if I'm a straight person, okay, and someone is trying to force me to be gay, right? Like, that's not fatphobic. That's not homophobic for me not to want to be gay. This is like someone with an eating disorder who doesn't want to be fat. Like, whatever reason, they don't want to be fat, right? And then you're just like, well, you're fatphobic because you don't want to look like me. No. Like, okay, it's not a really good example, but like, no, they don't want to fucking look like you. Get over it. Just because someone doesn't want to be fat doesn't mean they're fatphobic. They just don't want to fucking be fat, okay? It's like if a white person said that they don't want to be black. They don't want to be black, and they can't be black. Like, I'm just saying, like, they don't want to be black. Like, does that have something like, well, why don't? Because they don't want to fucking be black, goddammit. Leave the person alone. Like, it might be a little racist, but it doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with you. Stop being so fucking butthurt and sensitive.
Also, learning how fat phobia is actually rooted in racism and classism is very important.
No, we are not fucking doing this bullshit. We're not doing this. No, because the fact that you're tying fatness to blackness is in itself racist as fuck. And I'm tired of you white ass bitches doing that. I am tired of that bullshit. Okay? I am tired of it. It's so fucking racist to assume that fatness is connected to fucking black people, okay? And if you tie it back to fucking in Africa, when they took us as fucking slaves, we were not fat, okay? Can we make this very clear? Because y'all just think that black people were fat slaves. We were not fucking fat. Naturally, black people, especially African people, have just a bigger frame than most white people. We just have bigger frames. We have bigger muscle definition. We have bigger certain body parts, like our hips and thighs are a little thicker, but we're not naturally fat, okay? Like, and you make it seem like when they took us from Africa that we were fucking fat and that's why they thought we were less than. No, they thought we were less than because the color of our fucking skin. Point blank, period. Okay? Like, that's what it is. Stop fucking trying to tie fatness to blackness. It's racist as hell and it's ignorant as hell and it pisses me the fuck off.
And actually learning about the movement as well, because the movement, the body positive movement, originally started for fat people, for disabled people, for queer, transgender, etc.
No, actually it started from a bunch of fucking white guys that wanted their wives to be considered hot. Point blank, period. And they also tried to hop on the civil rights movement by doing fat-ins, where they would just like go to like rest. I don't fucking remember what it was, but they would do something called fat-in, which are very similar to like the sit-ins that black people used to do at cafes and stuff, where they would sit at the like bars of the cafes where they're not allowed to sit and just like refuse to move. And they try to do something very similar like that for fat people. It's literally, I did a whole video on this. 3 fucking white men. Literally, one of them for sure was just mad that his wife wasn't considered conventionally pretty. Okay, literally, it was 3 fucking fat white men that just wanted their wives to seem to be attractive. That's it. Literally, let's be on it. White men started the fucking body acceptance movement and the fat positivity movement for their own selfish gains. Okay. It had nothing to do with people, disabled people, nothing to do with fucking queer people or transgender people. Stop trying to tie yourself with actual fucking marginalized people because you're never going to be a marginalized person. Get over it.
People. Learn. Fucking learn.
You know what? I'm glad. You know what? Her face is fucking punchable and I don't like her. I know I didn't like her. She was gonna say some shit to piss me off. Okay, next TikTok because I don't like her. Hey, if you guys are interested in what I look like and seeing my day-to-day and seeing my body journey, I do post a lot more full body pictures and everything on my Instagram. Follow me on my Instagram, okay? All right, I will say I have been slimming down a little bit. You guys can see what I look like. I'm pretty cute, okay? I mean, I've been told that I am cute, so you guys should follow me on Instagram. Instagram is the same as my name, PixieLove5642, okay?
Calling someone fatphobic for wanting to keep their body at a healthy weight is absolutely ridiculous.
Yes, it's ridiculous. Just because someone doesn't want to gain weight does not mean they're fucking fat phobic. Just like I said, just because someone who's a white person doesn't want to wake up as a black person doesn't automatically mean that they're fucking racist. Waking up, like, I'm going to use an extreme. If you're a white person and you wake up in a black fucking person's body, that's a whole fucking identity crisis that you have to deal with. And you know, like, you're going to have to deal with stuff that you wouldn't have had to fucking deal with if you weren't fucking black. It's part of the matter. Does that mean, like, you don't like black people and you think black people are lesser than? No, you just don't want to deal with the problems that come with being a black person. And I don't fucking blame you. Like, I don't fucking blame you. Just like I don't want to wake up and be a fucking white person, goddammit. I don't. That's not who I am. And if a skinny person doesn't want to be fucking fat, that doesn't mean that they're fucking fat phobic. It means they don't want to change who the fuck they are. Like, get over it. Now let's see what the fuck this girl has to say.
I've seen a couple of TikToks like this where people are kind of saying the reason they don't want to be fat is because being fat is unhealthy and it's not fatphobic to not want to be unhealthy. But the thing is that healthy weight is going to be different for everyone, and there's a huge range of different healthy weights and healthy fat distributions that people can have.
Yes, but there's a point where no matter how healthy your body holds, like there's a certain point, like me, genetically I can be slightly overweight in my BMI and still be pretty healthy because of the way my body holds fat. If you go check my Instagram, I shout it out, that most recent picture of me, I'm like 285, and I guarantee you I don't look fucking 285. I'm not sucking, I'm not doing anything extra. My body holds weight very fucking well. I have a huge fucking ass, thick ass thighs, huge fucking boobs, and then my belly got everything last. Like literally, and then my waist is still very small. I still have a very curvy waist for my size. When I was getting thick, when I was thicker, when I was younger, before I got like overweight, I looked 20-30 pounds less because of the way my body holds weight. So someone like me, if I'm like 180 pounds, I look more like I'm 160, 150 because I naturally have a really big butt, thighs, and fucking boobs. Like that's where some of my weight is and how it holds it. So I can actually probably be like my body can be healthy for a long time at that weight. I might be overweight for my BMI, but with my body composition and the way my body holds the fat, I'm really not that fat or like unhealthy. But at my weight now, where I am at almost 300 pounds, doesn't matter how I'm holding the weight, this weight is not healthy on my body. Okay? So there's a point where like, yeah, there's a range of healthiness for certain people and different body types, but that range is not as wide as you're making it seem. The range is maybe 20, 30 pounds depending on the body type, and that's being very loose with it. But like it's not going to be 50, 60, 70, 80, 100 pounds overweight. That's not how big this range is. Like that's the problem. Like yes, there's a range, but it's not as wide as you're making it seem. You're not going to be healthy at 300 pounds. You're not going to be healthy at 400 or 500, 600 pounds. Like it's not going to happen. Sorry, not sorry. And if you are currently healthy at that weight, it's not going to stay like that for the long term.
Additionally, there is research that suggests that it's actually your behavior that is far more important than your actual weight in determining health outcomes. So things like eating a balanced diet and exercising, which you can do regardless of your size. And
yes and no. You can eat a balanced diet if you're overweight, but if you're still consuming too many calories, you're gonna continue to gain weight. You can overeat in vegetables. It just takes a lot of fucking vegetables to do it. And you can exercise, but if you're exercising and eating a lot, yes, but also, once again, there's not a lot of people who are 300-400 pounds eating a balanced diet and exercising regularly.
And additionally, having a very low body fat percentage is incredibly unhealthy. But you don't really ever see people saying, oh, I don't want to be skinny. In fact, there are hugely popular competitions designed around having their competitors get to an extremely low and incredibly unhealthy body fat percentage for aesthetics.
Okay, so I think she's talking about like bodybuilding competitions and like those type of competitions. Those people will tell you that what they do is not healthy. It is for an aesthetic thing. Like, and if it's honestly as unhealthy as it really is, I don't think people should be doing that. But once again, you're talking about an extreme for one but not the other. I hate when you guys do this. You guys talk about the extreme for people who are underweight. When you say like, oh, a low percentage of body fat, that's typically people who are extremely underweight, right? But so it's bad to be, underweight, but it's not bad to be overweight. Like you can't have it both ways. Like you can't. You're a fucking hypocrite.
We have been conditioned as a society to associate being fat with being unhealthy. And that is part of the reason why fat phobia is so pervasive.
It's also easier to see the unhealthiness in someone who is overweight. I'm sorry. Like, when I see young people who are like 300 pounds who can't fucking walk and they're breathing heavy, like that shit's not fucking funny. Okay? And And I notice it in skinny people too. Like when I see someone who, like my 300-pound ass, okay, I'm not 300 pounds anymore, but my 300-pound ass, I walk around my mall all the fucking time and I just be moving and zooming. I get 15,000 steps in a day when I go to work. Like I'm on my feet constantly and I'm not out of breath. I walk like a beast. Like I am zooming past people. And when I see people younger than me and bigger or smaller than me not being able to fucking keep up with me, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Come on. Like, let's go. And then when I see you out of breath, I'm like, that's a problem. We need to work on that. That's not okay. Like, no matter what your size is. But when you're someone who's big, you tend to notice it and see it more. Like, someone walking up a flight of stairs and breathing heavy and just out of breath. Or we see it all the time when you're like overweight and you're either too lazy to walk or you can't walk, so you have to use like the mobility scooter. I'm sorry. When I see someone who is under the age of 50 and is fat using one of those, I am secretly judging you. Sorry, not sorry. I do sometimes think to myself, maybe they have some medical issues, but I'm still judging you. I'm still judging you because to me, it's because you're fat. We're humans. We're gonna fucking judge. I know people say only God could judge me, but bitch, I don't give a fuck. I'm judging you too, okay? Like, people are gonna judge. Sorry, not sorry. And some people have brought up, it's easier to hide being underweight with certain clothes. Like if you're extremely, if you wear baggy clothes, like I can't tell if someone is extremely, especially if their face looks normal. I can't tell if someone's extremely underweight if they're wearing, a pretty baggy jacket or something. It's harder to see that. But if I saw someone like Eugenia Cooney, right? I always forget how to say her last name. But if I saw her in her regular clothes, I'd be like, that's not okay, Eugenia. Like, come on, girl. Come on.
Let's talk about it. Fat phobia. Do we think it's a real thing? I definitely do. For someone whose weight fluctuates as much as mine, I have been 150 pounds and I have been 250 pounds. So I kind of have a really good idea of the spectrum of what it's like to be treated as a plus size woman and as a non-plus size woman. And let me tell you how many goddamn fat phobic people there are in this world. It's actually ridiculous. Like, explain to me why I have a bunch of plus size friends. Why I can scroll through my TikTok or my Instagram and see all shapes and sizes. And yet, a few of my friends who are skinnier, they don't have any other plus size friends. It's just me. I'm the only one. And then I asked them, do you have any friends who are plus size? Do you know any people in your friend group that are plus size? The answer is usually no. And yet, I have 4 to 5 different plus size friends. And yeah, like, I get it, whatever. Like, we usually stick to our own kind or whatever. We have more in common. But, like, that's a problem. On the dating spectrum,
Okay, hold on. She was letting her talk too much. Okay, so you're saying that because your skinny friends don't have other fat friends, they're fat phobic. That's like me saying if someone doesn't have any black friends, they're racist. Like, you can't just determine what someone is, or if someone doesn't have any gay friends, they're homophobic. I sadly don't have like any close gay friends. And I say sadly, I want a gay best friend. I've run into this guy a couple times. He's super cool. I'm gonna hopefully go to his drag show, but like I don't have like any like actual close like gay friends. But I had some friends in school that were gay and everything. I went to GSA, which is Gay Straight Alliance. I had a bunch of gay friends growing up, but like as an adult, I don't have any gay friends. Does that make me homophobic? No, I just don't like hang out with gay people, right? Like I just don't have anyone that I hang out with. I guess my best friend, her boyfriend count. They're both bisexual. So I guess that's a lie. But like they're in a straight passing relationship, so it's like it's hard to see them that way. But like, like I don't know, does that make me like, or I don't have any trans friends, does that make me transphobic? Hell no, I'm not fucking transphobic. Like whatsoever. I'm not. I don't have any non-binary friends. That means I'm against like people on like gender fluid people. Like no, I just don't have any friends like that. And like growing up, my family used to think I was racist because most of my friends weren't black. I'm a black person. And like literally my friend was like, oh, LaRon hates black people because she doesn't hang out with black people. No, I just growing up, I had more things in common with white people. Most of like white and Asian people are most of my friends. Or Hispanic people. Like I literally black people didn't like me. And honestly, places I grew up, I didn't like certain people. I don't like loud mouth people. Not saying that black people are loud mouth people. I'm just saying there was like, where I lived in Texas, there was some loud, ratchet ass people, and I didn't like them. Like, and they didn't like me. That's fine. Yeah, bitch, I don't need you to fucking like me. Like, they didn't like me. I didn't like them. I had my friends. And I had black friends too. Like, that's my thing. Like, my family is like, I had black friends. It's like, but they just assumed that I just didn't like black people. Like, excuse me? But, like, you can't, that's just a dumb reason. But let's go to the dating reason. Like, how are people, like, I still haven't found a reason of, like, how, like, where is fat phobia in the world? If you ask me where is racism in the world, I can give you specific events personally to me, personally in history and everything to prove and show racism today in the world and in the past. And I can share my own personal experience, but you're not giving me any actual, like, experience. You're just saying my friends don't have fat friends, so they're fat phobic. Like, I could talk about the time where me and my friend, a coworker of mine, we went to Sephora, right? And mind you, we're both, I think I told a story, but we're both wearing our uniform. We work inside the mall. We're both wearing our uniform. We come in there, right? And we're on one side of the aisle just, like, walking down, and the security guard is on the other side following us. Like, so, like, if you've ever been to Sephora, it's like there's aisles on the side, and then there's horizontal aisles, and then there's vertical aisles. So we were going vertical down the aisles, and the security guard was on the opposite side going vertical as well, because we were trying to find our aisle. And then, like, when we would go in, they would, like, circle around us. And she didn't notice. That's something I noticed. And she's like, oh, I'm like, it's like, girl, you don't like literally they were following me in the store with her. Like, I was gonna, bitch, I'm on my lunch break, wearing my uniform for work. You really think I'm gonna come in here with my uniform and my fucking name badge and steal something? I can't, I'm afraid to go in stores, like, wearing a shirt from that place, because I don't want them to think I stole it. Like, I hate when I go into, like, Target with an open, like, soda bottle, because I don't want them to think I just took one and started walking around with it. And the reason why is because I've dealt with stuff like that before. Because I've had those experiences. Because people just assume they look at me, I'm a thief because I'm a black person. Those are personal experiences that I can tell were issues that were based on my race. Because there was nothing else to differentiate me from somebody else besides my color and my skin. But you're not giving me any actual examples of someone being, like, personal examples of someone being fat phobic. And just bullying does not count. I want to see systematic, like an oppression form, like a person of power coming down on you because you're fat, and you're not giving me that.
Some sort of chubby chaser converter, because any single person that I date isn't a chubby chaser before they meet me, and then after they meet me, there's an obsession. If someone can explain to me what the fuck that is, that'd be great.
Okay, so guys who don't like fat girls fall for you, right? And now they're obsessed with fat girls, so they're fat phobic. Man, I swear, y'all, the issues that you guys have as fat people just seem so minimal. I wish my only problems were these fucking problems. How dare men start dating? Like, that's like me. Because I date white guys, right? And I'm in a long-term committed relationship. But let's, like, say I start dating this guy, right? And he's like, oh, you're the first black girl I ever dated, you know, blah, blah, blah. Red flag, okay? Shut up. Second of all, we break up, and now all this motherfucker does is date black people. Like, I wish that was my only problem. I was like, oh, he's racist, because now he only dates black people because of me. That's racism right there. Yep, racist. What? Is it a red flag? Yes. Is it a little weird? Yes. Is that fucking racist? I don't fucking know. Maybe he likes the spice in his life now. God damn it. What the fuck? Girl, why are you mad that people like fat people because of you now? How is that fat phobic? I feel like she's just trying to brag. She's like, I have skinny friends and fat friends, and, you know, men date me and then they only date people like me. Like, she's just trying to brag on herself.
Additionally, there's jobs. There's obviously the clothing. We already know about the clothing issue.
I always hear this, jobs. I have never had a problem getting a job. Ever. I am 285 pounds, working 8-hour shifts doing retail, where I'm on my feet all day, and there is no concern of whether I can be on my feet all day, and I have no problem showing that. I've been offered promotions at almost every job I've had. I don't understand this job thing. And I know I'm just one person, but I've never seen once again, give me specific examples. Give me a personal account. I want to hear your personal account of how you did not get a job solely because you were fat. Show me this. Explain this to me. I want to hear these stories, but y'all never say anything. I am begging for you to give me these examples, because I know from my personal account, I know racism is real. And I know other people know racism is real because of what they have to deal with and what we can see. But the reason why people don't believe in fat phobia is because, like, you're not giving a specific, actual fucking, like, you're not giving us anything. You're giving us, like, you're not giving us specifics. You're giving us generalizations, but there's no specific. Like, what is your personal accord with this?
I feel like there's friends who will take pictures with you but not post pictures with you, and they might not even realize, and they just think, oh, that picture's not as good. Well, yeah, because your fat friend's in it. There's people who won't invite you places. There's people who don't want to be seen in public with you. There are a ton of men who love us in the bedroom. Love us in the bedroom. But God forbid they are seen with us on the street. And everybody is...
Once again, give me a specific example. Like, give me a specific example. And, like, am I sure all this is true? Yeah. But, like, and do I think there's some discrimination against fat people? Like, do I think there's some people who, like, have problems with someone solely because they're fat? Yes. But I think my problem with fat phobic is, like, that they try, like I say, they try to be on the level of racism and, like, homophobia, and you're just not on that level. And that's why I want to say it doesn't exist. There's obviously some discrepancy, like, there's obviously some issues, right? But the way you guys are trying to hype up your issues to where, like, they're, like, the worst things, they're as bad as fucking homophobia and racism, like, that's what pisses me off about this. And once again, you haven't gave a single personal account, like, not one personal, specific, detailed story.
Obviously entitled to their own opinion, but there's a difference between not being attracted to plus size people and literally discriminating against them.
But how? Show me how someone's actually discriminating against you for being fat. You didn't give me one. Bro, that last girl really annoyed me. Like I was saying, she wasn't giving us any specifics, like nothing. Come on, do better. Do better than this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please make sure you guys leave a like down below. If you guys enjoyed me, make sure you guys subscribe, because I do videos whenever I can. All my social media is on top. PixieLove5642 for Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Please follow my Twitter. I want to reach 2,000 subscribers. And in a little bit, there'll be 2 videos on your screen. One is my most recent upload, which is actually doing really freaking well. The other one is something YouTube recommends for you. I would click on either video. Why? Because they're bangers, because I made them. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.